What is up, my beautiful nerds? Welcome back to Podcasting What Nerdy. We're with That Nerd ADC and Brandon 2K.
Sup, geeks?
So it's blowing up our Twitter. The future of RDJ's Doom. So here's a quote from Doom. If you really want to know why in Latveria the flowers die in the summer, then you already know where to look. I think this is a very important quote. There's a storyline where Doom destroys like all variants of Molecule Man.
Molecule Man, yep.
I say you take out Molecule Man and put in Kang. I think that's how they're going to write off Kang, is Doom kills all variants of Kang, and you tell this story by just making that switch.
I think they put way too many variants of Kang in the movie for them to be able to do that. They've done everything but Galactus. Doom is the only big bad they have left to play right now, especially if they want to bring in the Fantastic Four and the way they've just completely botched the previous iterations of Fantastic Four. I think that's why they went with the safe actors. Galactus would be too big to bring in right now and destroy everything. What you need is someone methodical, someone who could be as crazy and like just bad as Kang. So Doom is their only play here. You don't think they just completely ignore Kang and move on?
No. I think they use his exit to their advantage
by saying the strength of Doom.
Yes. You want to prove that basically, Kang wasn't shit. Doom is where it's at. You need to set that tone.
From what we've gathered, guys, we're not getting Infamous Iron Man. We're not getting Improbable Doom. We're getting a Victor Von Doom RDJ.
Who else recently said you never know was Halle Berry. She was asked about Storm in a most recent interview, and she simply said, you never know.
She should have popped up in Deadpool Wolverine.
She should have.
She should have popped up there. The buzz around Hollywood that I'm hearing is that there will be an X-Men movie, but Wolverine will not be a part of it, even though they are confident they have Hugh Jackman for future appearances as the Wolverine. The only way you pull that off, if we get the classic X-Men kind of back together, which we're not going to. I've also heard Kelsey Grammer is not coming back either.
Elizabeth Olsen, she was asked about Scarlet Witch, and she said, it's a character I love going back to when there's a way to use her well. She put the emphasis on well. And she kind of threw some shade at Marvel. And she said she's open to the future for Scarlet Witch if she's used well. So apparently she doesn't feel like she was used well in her last outing. And I wonder
why.
And I would pretty much agree with her.
I think we got you on tape agreeing with her. I think they're gonna need her, to be honest. I think they need her. We're getting a Supernatural saga, from what I hear, and the reason everything's kind of being pushed off for Mahershala's Blade is they're trying to make him the kind of the main character of a Supernatural saga. Blade's not coming out until late 2026, early 2027. Just based on how many times they've delayed it already and how they're talking about stuff.
They're probably going to want to give her an arc of redemption. And they try to set that up at the end of Multiverse of Madness, but I don't think you can. I think at this point, there's no way you can make her an Avenger without the Avengers looking stupid.
I don't see an opening for a Scarlet Witch to appear in ever again for a while.
And there's a lot of commotion out there about, are we going to get Batman in some form in the Penguin? And Matt Reeves said, I'd rather take the Band-Aid off right now. It's not happening. He's like, there will be no Batman in the Penguin. Robert Pattinson will not appear. I think you want to leave that there just in case, for the people who want to watch it, just in case. But no, he's flat out said it's not happening. He's like, in the story I'm telling, it makes no sense. There's no need for Batman. It's centered around the Penguin. Doesn't surprise me. You'll get all the Pattinson you want in Batman 2.
The Penguin is one of those underutilized villains, and when he gets utilized, it's cartoonish, and they use Danny DeVito, and yada, yada, yada. I'm ready to see the Justice. I'm also curious to see how the Joker fits into this, if he's part of that verse or not. I'm excited for the simple fact of something fresh, because we don't get to see like a serious take on the Penguin. I hope they end up using Colin Farrell as a villain for Batman, because he would be a very good villain.
But before we move on to Video Game Corner, I'm getting a little thirsty. What we're talking about is the locker room, guys. If you need some kick and you need something that you won't feel ashamed of drinking, and you're trying to cut the pop soda habit, hit up our friends at the locker room. Hit up Katie in McPherson, Kansas, and she will hook you up with some good nutritional drinks.
Kenny, we love you. Thank you so much for our drinks. All right, guys. First and foremost, if you guys haven't heard, Marvel vs. Capcom is officially on Steam, but you can't play it online yet, guys. You might be able to get lucky and sneak in a couple of games. Make sure you guys keep the updates automatic on that. The game is beautiful, guys. The computer, it scales, it looks great. It's the classic you love, and it's smooth like butter. In October, we have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and Dragon Ball Daima. But the cool thing about Dragon Ball Daima is they're bringing back my girl Stephanie Nadoni. She is going to reprise her role as Kid Goku in Dragon Ball Daima, which is going to be absolutely nostalgic, magic, and masterpiece. I'm really excited. But there is also an update to the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game. Dragon Ball Daima characters officially, Goku for sure, there will probably be others, will be available in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero as unlockables. If you guys aren't planning on buying the $250 version of the game, I highly recommend the Battle Pass, because not only is this game one of the best reviewed Dragon Ball Fighters games ever to come out, the roster is the biggest in the last 20 years, guys. I think there was one other game like Mugen or something like that who had a bigger roster, but as a standalone Dragon Ball game, this is the roster you guys have been waiting for. But here's the thing that I saw that I freaked out about, and I was like, oh, I'm really glad I don't collect old consoles and collect retro gaming consoles, because $50 million worth of retro games and consoles were seized in Italy, guys. They had been shipping for years. And they come through and they find literally $50 million worth of Nintendos, Ataris, and Segas. Please don't buy any more fake consoles.
Let's start about our Victory Road thoughts. First of all, overall, the show was great. TNA doesn't miss lately, in my opinion. Mike Bailey versus Wentz was fire. Speedball and Wentz is itching toward number one for me as far as match of the night. That match was fire.
I would say that the Joe Hendry Alexander match is number one for me, just for pure cinematics. Wentz and Speedball number two, and then I would say the main event 3. Wesley took out Trey Miguel before he was supposed to appear on NXT. Yeah, very cryptic post.
Trey had to have surgery, so this just kind of was planned for this to happen for a while. I no longer believe in Joe Hendry.
Ooh.
So to me, this match, especially when you give him an opponent like Josh Alexander, I felt it was Joe Hendry's time to shine, to prove to the naysayers that he's a lot more than just a catchphrase. He's a lot more than just a meme. He's a lot more than just a viral video. He did not prove that to me in this match. Don't get me wrong, Joe Hendry's very entertaining. We got another appearance by JBL, and I'm very curious to see where this is going. He's
freaking everywhere, bro. What is he doing?
Is he like recruiting? Like, what's going on here? JBL, I've always been more opposed to the bad guys, and JBL is awesome. TNA right now can't afford to lose knockouts. They're losing them already. If you guys didn't know, Giselle Shaw is gone.
Has been granted her release.
Kara Kelly is pregnant, so she's gone for a while. And there's just a lot of knockouts that they need to replace right now. If you need to quench your thirst and you're local, head over to McPherson, Kansas. Hit up Katie. Go see her at the locker room and get your drink on. She'll ship that to you no matter where you are, and make sure you let her know that we sent you.
If you guys have any issues with your phones or anything, consoles or anything, PC, anything, go to them. They have years of experience and lots of parts on hand to take care of things. So make sure you hit them up.
If you use our code in the description and sign up for StreamYard, the platform that we come to you on, you get $10 credit. And you'll be helping us out, and you'll be helping yourself out. Keep it nerdy, y'all. Love you guys.
Later, guys.